Welcome to your morning sales Supercharge, the Monday edition, the Sedona last week of early bird special edition, all the things going on this week, and lots of excitement over here as well in She Sells World. So as you're coming in today, and if you are watching, oh my goodness, the recording, wow, first time going live in a couple days. It's like, let's get some words going this morning. If you're watching the recording, good morning, whenever you're coming in. I am so glad you were here. Let me take a moment and just welcome those who are joining live. Calm Cozy Designs, good morning. Oh, Michelle, good morning. So good to see you. What is everyone grateful for today? I always love starting off in gratitude because that is one of the best ways to shift yourself into that higher level of thinking, that higher level of creativity, and that higher level of vibration that's going to get you to the results that you're looking for, which I'm assuming that's why you're here, right? So let me know in the comments, what are you grateful for today? As always, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, let me know that you're here, and let me know that by letting me know in the comments, what are you grateful for today? Wendy, good morning. We are talking today about knowledge is only potential power. And so we're going to get into it in just a moment. I'm pulling it from part of Think and Grow Rich, which I know many of you who I see here, you've been joining this series live. But if you're brand new to it, we don't do this every day. But right now we're doing a series on Think and Grow Rich, a Think and Grow Rich book study. So we're going to be talking about that today. I'll kick off the gratitude train and just share. My mom is here in town with us this week, which is so nice. She drove up from Georgia, and it's her first time seeing little man in about a month since we moved. And so we're just really enjoying that. So you may hear baby noises. You may hear grandma. I don't know what grandma noises are, but you may hear noises in the background, and that's okay, because that's life, and we keep it real here. So super quick update on Sedona, and then we're going to get into the conversation for today. So this is our last week of the early bird special for Sedona, and I know I see some of you who are here live, and I know you're going to be there. But if you have not yet registered, this is the last week. It ends on Friday, $1,000 off your ticket. So this is the time to do it. If you've had questions, if you're curious about, if there's any questions the team or I can answer, send me a DM. We are so happy to answer. I want to help you take advantage of this really, really special discounted rate before it ends on Friday. So please send a DM or just get yourself registered, elisearcher.com/Sedona. And I want to see you there. Okay. Michelle's saying, I'm grateful for a new awareness of my thoughts and energy. Yes, they're everything, right? I love that. And it can happen fast too, right? Which I know we talked about when we connected last week. So that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. So, okay, so let's talk about this today. And I'm going to read to you from, I'm going to read to you from Think and Grow Rich. And we are in the chapter right now on specialized knowledge. So we're just getting into that today. I actually want to just read this quote on the other side of the page before I get into this, because I think this is so good. And I'm looking at it now. I'm like, I kind of wish I made this quote today's topic. So let me just read this to you for a moment. I believe that close association with one who refuses to compromise with circumstances he or she does not like is an asset that can never be measured in terms of money. And ooh, isn't that good? Thank you for the hearts. Isn't that so good? Close association with one who refuses to compromise with circumstances he or she doesn't like is an asset that can never be measured in terms of money. And I want you to just think about that. And are you showing up that way right now too? Are there circumstances that you don't like in your financial reality, in your business, in your sales, in another part of your life that you're like, oh, well, I can't have everything I want, right? I guess I just have to I just need to compromise on that. I want you to think about, what would it look like for you to get unavailable to have anything less than what you really want and desire in your life? And if you're not around people who are like that right now, get yourself around them, whatever that is. And this isn't meant to be a plug for Sedona. I'm just reading this right now. And it's like being in the room with people who are unavailable to compromise anymore in any part of their life is life altering and life changing. So whatever that looks like for you, get yourself in close association with someone who is unavailable to compromise. And I love that quote. And I read it this morning while I usually plan about, I don't know if y'all will be disappointed. I plan about 5 or 10 minutes beforehand for the live stream. And so I was reading it this morning. I was like, oh, we really should be talking about that. Okay. But so let's get into what was actually planned for today. Okay. Which is talking about knowledge is only potential power. So I want you to check in with yourself. Are you, I will share this. I, for many years, was like a personal development junkie. Okay. I don't know if you can relate to this. And let me know in the comments thank you so much for the hearts. Oh, and Holly, good morning. So good to see you. Let me know in the comments if you are, and there's zero judgment, because that was me for a long time, where it's like, you read all the things, they make you feel good in the moment. Maybe you've got your morning routine locked in, but then you go into the rest of your day and you're like, it's like you find yourself compromising with the results that you're getting. You're getting less than desirable results in some part of your life, all parts of your life. Holly is saying yes for years. So you get it, right? Because that kind of stuff, like reading and learning, it can make us feel good. But if it's not translating in your life into dramatically better results, there's something off with that. So, and that can be a number of different things, but I want you to really start raising your expectation for yourself. If you're just like reading all the things, and if you're a bit of a personal development junkie, but you're not seeing the results, I want you to start raising your expectation that, again, it kind of seems to be the theme of this morning. Like, you're not available to sit there and like do this reading and put in this work and not see the results translate in your life as well. So we're going to talk today. I'm going to give you some tips for how to translate that knowledge into real results in your life. But this is critical. Let me check comments. Rich on LinkedIn is saying, yes. Okay. So you get that, because it makes us feel good, right? To read this stuff, but then you got to go live the rest of your day and the rest of your life. And you can translate those things you're reading and studying into a real world experience for you. Okay. Let me just check comment. Michelle saying, yes, this is so me. Read all the books, but as soon as I close the book, I shift back to old mindsets. Oh, such a good self-awareness. And I mean, now that we're going to be working together, like that's going to shift a lot for you, but I so appreciate you sharing that, because that we can get in a habit of that, and we can get in a habit of just settling, right, for less than what we want outside of the personal development space. So let's read. I'm going to read to you, I think, just one paragraph here in the book. And so if you're joining now, we're reading Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill says, knowledge will not attract money or any other kind of success unless it is organized and intelligently directed through practical plans of action to the definite end of accumulating money. So just knowing stuff, right? Just knowing it that's not enough. That's not going to do it for you. It's not good enough to say, I know it, right? He says, lack of understanding of this fact has been the source of confusion to millions of people who falsely believe that knowledge is power. Now listen to this. It's nothing of the sort. Knowledge is only potential power. Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when and if it is organized into definite plans of action and directed to a definite end. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. How do you translate it into a definite end in your life, a definite end result? Rita, good afternoon. Sierra, good morning. So good to see you ladies today. So 3 tips that I would offer you to translate if you are a bit of a personal development junkie and you're like, you love your podcast, you love your books, but you're not seeing the results in your life yet. Number 1, and this will help you take it to the next level too. If you are seeing results in your life, but you're like, I'm ready to just blow it out of the water in terms of what's happening for me. Number 1, be self-aware. Okay. Be self-aware. And that's why I so appreciate, for those of you who shared in the comments, like, yeah, you know what, this is like, I'm aware this is me. I'm reading the things, but then I go back to old habits and ways of thinking after I close the book. Okay. Be self-aware. So are you implementing what you're learning, or are you learning just to learn? Right. And Dr. Joe Dispenza says knowledge is for the brain, but experience is for the body. And so if you just have the knowledge in your brain and you don't yet have that experience in your body of what the shift is actually like, what it's like to live out what you're learning and reading, you're missing out on 90% of the benefit. So, and check in too. This is part of the first step, which is being self-aware. Do you feel like you have to know everything? Like, do you feel like you have to constantly know what's going on in the world in terms of news? Do you feel like you have to constantly be up on everything happening on social media? And I'm here to tell you right now, like, to be quote unquote educated. Okay. How is that translating into your bank account? And I will just ask you right now, like, how is that working for you? How is that translating for you into what you want? Because I am 99% sure that if you feel like that and you feel like you have to know everything that's going on with everybody and everything in the world, you're not achieving your goals. Fine. And maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. But those things, like just the goal of being educated without having a specific focus towards a goal in your life, and I would tell you, there are much better uses of your time. And this is coming from someone who has Ivy League parents, who education was very, and I believe in education, but I believe in the right type of education that's going to help you get to where you want to go. This is coming from someone who really valued a lot of this for years and years and years, and was really hooked on the personal development stuff, but then was really struggling in a lot of areas in her life. Okay. So just check in. How is that translating for you? If that's you right now, no judgment, just check in. Kalua, so good to see you. Good morning. Okay. Number 2, create a curriculum for yourself. Okay. So here's what I would do. I look at, I guess it's really 2 things today. I thought I had 3 tips. It's really 2 as I look at them. We're going to condense them. Okay. So I always work in like 90-day chunks in terms of goal setting, in terms of revenue planning, and in terms of, I mean, even like my vision board is typically like a 90-day vision board. Okay. And a lot of you who have worked with me or have been following the live streams for a while, you know this, but I do things in 90-day chunks. One of the things that's been most helpful for me in my planning process is to say, okay, what are my 90-day goals? And then to look at, based upon those goals, what are the skills that are needed, that I'm going to need to acquire in order to accomplish those? Who am I going to need to be? And then actually create a curriculum for myself around those things. And so it's not that I'm not studying. And what I'm telling you is not to not study and learn. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense, but it's to be very specific and intentional around what are you paying attention to and what are you studying and learning. So right now, my curriculum is leadership, because we're growing and scaling a team. It's wealth multiplication and investing and management. And it's continuing to deepen study of things that I want to teach my clients, like things, I'm getting certified in NLP and hypnosis, and I'm diving deeper into Dr. Joe Dispenza's work right now, because it's like, that's a key piece of knowledge for me, both for my own life, but also for my clients. So those are the things I pay attention to right now. And anything else that's not aligned with those, you have finite attention resources. Are you all with me on this? Like, you have to guard your mind and be so intentional about what you pay attention to. And so creating that curriculum for yourself, and I would really invite you to look at and say, like, through the end of this year, what are the goals I want to achieve and I want to accomplish? And then based on those goals, what are the skills that I'm going to need to acquire? What are the things I'm going to need to learn? And that becomes what you study. And then you take what you're learning from those and you implement it. So when I learn something, and a lot of this sounds really basic, but like, are you doing it? Or are you letting your attention be drawn to this thing and that thing and this and that? And are you just studying, you're reading your personal development book in the morning, but then you're not doing any of it? That's not how it works. So let me know in the comments. Are you all are quiet this morning, which is okay, but let me know in the comments, like, is this making sense? Is this resonating? Can I explain this better? Because I want to make sure that this really like lands for you, because your time is your most precious asset. So with that time that you're spending studying and giving attention to other things, are you then implementing it? So when I study something, again, 90-day curriculum based upon goals, and then whatever I learn from what I'm studying, I actually, like, if there's like, hey, I need to change this or shift this system, I calendar in the time to implement it. Okay. So calendar in the time, like depending on how mission critical it is to get it done today, this week, whatever, calendar in the time to implement it. That's how you get those next level results. Okay, like that's okay. Thank you for the comments. I was like, I don't know if they're into this morning. Holly's saying, makes sense, be intentional and specific. Yes. Wendy, such solid advice. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Do we have questions on this? Is anyone finding themselves in a personal development junkie, like, oh, I just love learning, but I'm not getting anything out of it yet? Thank you so much for the hearts. Michelle saying totally resonates. I love the idea of creating curriculum. Beautiful. Okay. And we can do that together in our coaching. Like we can actually map out your curriculum together for sure. So, all right, my loves. Well, that's it for you today. So I'm actually going to end a little early today because I got a little more planning for some meetings today to do. Quick reminder, if you joined later into the live stream, Sedona, last week of early bird special. It ends Friday. So EliseArcher.com/Sedona if you want to get $1,000 off. Holly is saying 90 days of one topic or one author. Oh, that's such a good question. Oh, and my connection is paused. Okay, we're back, I think. Good. So Holly said 90 days of one topic or one author. That's a great question. I have probably 3 things I'm studying right now. I mean, I think focus is power. So I would say if you can focus it in that much, it probably beyond the author, like more about the topic for me. So I might say there's this one topic I really want to learn, like maybe it's, I don't know, creating a membership site, for example. And then you might go pick like 5 books that you're going to read in that area. And that becomes what you focus on during that time. And it's like, you're all in on that. Maybe they're not all the same author. I hope that makes sense in terms of answering the question. But like I said, like I have probably 3 things I'm focused on learning right now. But it's not 20. It's so this goes back to the self-awareness of, as you look at your 90-day goals and what's on your vision board and what you're creating, like, who do I need to be and where am I not showing up in that way right now? And where do I need to up my skill set, my knowledge base, et cetera, so that I can be the person who has that as my reality, because that is critical. That is, you must be that person. And that's how you figure out what you need to study. So I'm glad that makes sense. Okay, good. All right, everyone. Well, it's so good to see each of you who are here live. If you're watching the recording, I'm so glad that you watched. And every weekday morning, 8:30 Eastern, come hang for the Morning Sales Supercharge. Come hang for our Think and Grow Rich book study. We'll be moving on to other things shortly, but I love seeing you in the mornings. And please, if this speaks to you, I'd be so honored if you shared this on your feed. Share this with a friend who is in sales or is a business owner and who you think could benefit. So, all right, everyone, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.